Welcome back to We Are Live. It's Chris Simmons, Travis Terrell, the great Chris Gardner, live from the Midcoast Studios. Check out midcoast.media to see what our company does and how you can get involved. We got some crystal clear predictions, fair or foul this hour. Get those fair or fouls in. We're doing it on sliced bagels. $10, Travis, to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill is your prize. WAL, it is up and running. Migration complete. WAL at weareliveradio.com. Excited about that. Excited about you. It's opening day, Travis. We got the fair or foul. We got the ghosted. Got the bagels.
Oh, yeah.
Do we want to jump into opening day a little bit more in regards to Cardinals stuff? Like, what do you want to get into? I feel like you said you got your Captain Luke Picard hoodie on today. What do you want to jump into here in the second hour? We got crystal clear predictions. There's actual crystals in the studio. What's Trav thinking?
I would think we're going to follow the rundown.
Well, the rundown says I need to tell you about Tommy Bannister of Circa Properties.
There you go.
He's from right here in St. Louis. If you're looking for a new home or you're selling your old one, let Tommy help you. That's Tommy Bannister, Circa Properties. He is here to help. I'll say this once again. He's a much better basketball player than Travis. He played at a private high school. He was amazing, and he takes that same tenacity into the real estate game. That's Circa Properties and Tommy Bannister. Everybody, be sure to support him because he supports us.
I think a lot of people outside of St. Louis don't truly understand how serious this time of year is for this city. And every city has its own quirks and culture, but here in St. Louis, while we don't too much care for the baseball city moniker, we truly embrace the St. Louis Cardinals. We embrace opening day. The home opener here is a holiday for the city. And so folks genuinely get excited because it means that the weather's going to get warmer. You're back on the patio, a lot more drinking, hanging out with friends. It's that time of year where the miserable winter is behind us and fun baseball is ahead of us. And so today is a big day for us. We generally try to stay away from being so sports-centric, but it's the St. Louis Cardinals, and it's opening day here, and we have to jump into the upcoming season because, going to be honest with you, boys, lots on the line this year.
Oh, really?
Lots on the starting with this young man.
Jack Flaherty, if you can't see.
Jack Flaherty looks like he's going to be one of the top pitchers in baseball for years to come. But this young man is also anti-LeBron James, which makes it very difficult for me to support him throughout the year.
I think you should separate the two, however he pitches on the field and his basketball.
Really?
Gardner's named this hashtag Time to Fly.
That is, of course, the rallying cry for the St. Louis Cardinals this season. Time to fly is the hashtag this year. Why they settled on that, I could not tell you. Apparently.
You don't like it?
I don't know what it means. What does it mean, time to fly?
Time to fly. They're birds.
Well, birds are always flying. There's no particular time for birds to fly. They're always soaring. Why right now?
Not
Must
always.
they? Okay.
Sometimes they're stagnant.
All right, so the
I
Cardinals
think
are
you should
looking
be
to fly.
excited about Jack Flaherty.
I am
I think
excited
you got
about
some
Jack
dark
Flaherty, the
skin,
pitcher.
light skin fighting going on here.
No, it's not that at all. I think Jack Flaherty's a young idiot, but I think he's an absolute stud of a pitcher. I think he's a phenomenal pitcher, and he should probably win 15, 16 games this year. And I would not be surprised to see him in the top 10 in Cy Young voting this year. He's got great stuff. Huge fan of his.
I think you just want him to have a sub-3 ERA and get 15 wins.
I just want him to apologize to LeBron James and admit that he was being stupid about it. That's all. I'm not asking a lot of the young man. He's going to be very successful, and here in a few years, he's going to be very rich. So I just want him to acknowledge that, hey, I'm a dumb 22-year-old that knows nothing about sports outside of baseball, and I think me providing an opinion about how other athletes train and get ready for their season is inappropriate, considering that I would certainly not want a fan or another athlete to judge me on how I get ready for my season. That's all I want Jack Flaherty to acknowledge. Other than that, I'm very excited to see him pitch this year.
But we can judge athletes on how they train and get ready for a season, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what we do.
fair.
That's our job.
I was
we
wondering
pay-
where you're going.
I mean,
We pay their salaries. Of
I
course
was
we
like,
can.
Man, you're saying like athletes, guys that are actually other athletes can't judge other athletes. I was like,
I think,
what are we doing here?
Let me correct myself and
What
say
are we doing
publicly, I don't like when other athletes do that. I get that there are guys in the clubhouse that'll probably be like, man, what the hell
Stick to sports. Oh wait, that is.
as a sport? But
That won't work.
And my only beef, like I said with Jack Flaherty, was that you should not publicly admonish another athlete's regiment and how they prepare for a game.
Do it behind their back.
Exactly.
He should just comment on like his wife's Instagram or something.
That'd be probably not too wise either. But
Can we judge Jack Flaherty on how he looks like Jersey Shore's Mike the Situation Sorrentino?
yeah, we
From Pat
definitely
in
can
the
do
comments.
that, man. If he grows any facial hair, it's gonna be brutal. Kid, do not grow facial hair. Jack Flaherty, stay away from the facial hair. Now, as you
If
see,
he doesn't do it publicly, then I mean, isn't that how the NBA drama all gets started, by criticizing people publicly?
no, generally the guys they'll
Petty,
threaten
you
each-
love petty.
They'll actually take what happens on the court and then they'll take it to the socials. So at least they'll get in their face. Here's the thing: LeBron James is 6'8", 245 pounds, probably with
Like, probably like
1.5%.
280.
Sure, and he's probably
Sure.
got maybe 2% body fat. So I
I
encourage.
wish he would punch me.
I encourage Jack Flaherty to go, hey,
'Cause then I'd see
LeBron, you lack heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we hear athletes say all the time, I bet you won't come down from the stands and say it to my face. We hear athletes all the time. You guys would never say this to our face. Okay, Jack Flaherty, go to 6'8", 275 LeBron James and tell him he lacks passion for his sport.
I mean, Jack Flaherty is like 6'5".
All right. And 6'5" and what? Because LeBron's got at least 50 pounds on a muscle.
probably.
Easily.
LeBron would have to cut weight, and they would both fight in the heavyweight division of the UFC.
LeBron would break Jack Flaherty in a heartbeat.
Why don't you stand up for your
I
hometown
would-
guy?
And look, I call it like
Stand
I
up
see
for
it.
your hometown food.
That is also true, especially my food restaurants. You know how I feel about my food
St.
restaurants.
Louis food restaurants.
They are the very
You
best.
should do a top 10 St. Louis food restaurants list.
That'll just throw people off. I'm like, wow, food and restaurants.
What place?
So that's one aspect of the Cardinal season I am looking forward
So
to.
where does the carte blanche movement fit into
Ooh,
all
I'm
of
glad you asked.
Well,
They see me rolling. They hating. How is carte blanche?
it was a big year last year.
It was huge.
For carte blanche. Number one, got this gentleman here.
That is Sean Doolittle, relief pitcher for the Washington Nationals.
wearing the by Jack created T-shirt.
Carte blanche. This is when he was in St. Louis last fall. Look at him, and he's a delight on Twitter. If anyone gets an opportunity, follow Sean
woke?
Doolittle. He is.
He woke?
He's pretty woke, and he's a delight. And
He does look like somebody that would just work here,
I'm about to say,
not a professional
looks like
athlete.
it looks like my friend Kyle, who is a brewmaster in Colombia.
Yeah.
So as we try to bring bullpen carts back to Major League Baseball, of course, I think it's like 3 teams now that have it.
Yes, Diamondbacks, Nationals, and
Detroit Tigers.
okay,
And the Nationals closer, Sean Doolittle, did an interview with me last year that we aired on the radio side.
word.
And he rides the bullpen carts. He enjoys them.
He's saving his legs.
Yeah. He's written an article several years ago for the Players Tribune about what he'd like to write of the mound, other things. Very engaging fellow, and I thank him for what he's done for the movement. He is the face of the movement
He is.
as a player. I'd like to thank Bud Norris for what he did last year in a Cardinals uniform, riding the bullpen cart while in Arizona, and then allowing me to call him for an interview while they were in Arizona that we later aired on the radio
That
show.
is very
as
dope.
well. So there's some momentum. So we had that done.
Now you have
Of course,
reached out to certain people.
Well,
Now,
yeah,
I know.
we'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that. I wanted to mention as well,
Ooh,
the
look at
logo
that.
has even made itself
My
onto
God.
a
Look at
sport
that.
coat
That's
now.
a fine gentleman right there. Look at
And
him.
I
Man, that is
love
so
that player.
sophisticated.
I think I'll probably wear
That's one of
that.
my favorite
That
looks.
guy, that guy just won a real polo match, Travis. None of this water polo.
Look, can we be completely honest? We've been talking about T-shirt ideas. That should just be on a T-shirt. Like that photo should just be on a nice cream T-shirt, and I almost am certain that that would sell like hotcakes. Like that's a great photo. There are a lot of people in St. Louis media who would love to wear a shirt of that picture.
My girlfriend took the photo. I wanted to get it turned into a poster
You should.
and hung above the television.
I like it.
She has not given me clearance on that one as of yet. I'm like, but you took the photo. It's your work. That's my selling point.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I wasn't.
It's really about her.
I'm talking to Beebs after the show.
I
We're
mean, I
definitely
like-
getting into a T-shirt.
I like the logo that was created by my friend Mr. Bojangles for the Carte Blanche movement.
Bojangles in the building.
I like that we're able to, use it in a variety of ways, different colors as well. I'm wearing a Carte Blanche shirt today, a a different coloring on the logo. But, I was inspired on the sport coat by a man of great style, a man who has great roster ideas for the St. Louis Cardinals. So I would like to at least acknowledge
Do we have an
my
image
man,
montage?
Oh, boy.
John Mozela.
Oh,
A what?
boy.
An image montage?
I do not.
Just an image?
I have this one, and I have one other.
That's a good photo.
And
then
this
there
one.
it
Oh,
is.
wow.
I think that's the photo that Cardinal fans think about when money isn't being spent on personnel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the photo that comes to mind. Like, this guy isn't willing to open up his checkbook? This guy!
That's not his checkbook.
Well,
Right.
yeah, but still.
Those are two great photos of John
Cankles
Mozela.
does not want you to be able to decide T-shirt ideas.
Oh, let me guess. The creative mind of Cankles. What does he have? I'm with the chive. Chive on, bro.
I don't know.
Is
if
that what you're doing? Put that on a hoodie. I'll buy that for $75.
I forgot
I
about
wouldn't.
those.
I wouldn't talk.
Chive on, bruh.
They could be making a big play for Gronkowski for all we know. I mean, this is Bryce Harper all over again.
Hey, man, I was on the Chive the other day, and after I was watching cleavage shots of the top 10 cleavages in Florida, I decided to give me a Chive on head bandana for $25.
Now, we do have new T-shirts for sale
Oh,
as of last
Do
night.
we?
let's see what those look like. Woo, doctor. The Cardinals
Cardinals.
are back.
Did he just say Cardinals correctly? Trying to say Cardinals, which he kind of usually says. You ever want to take a little trip inside that noggin of his and see what's firing around in there?
How does that
Yeah, I
function?
don't know how that one worked that time.
What-
that is pretty
what's,
odd.
What's firing off
I
in
don't
there?
know what's happening there. That was
Yes, we
kinda
have
odd.
light blue
like that.
Cardinals shirts with bullpen carts instead of birds on bat. We have bullpen carts on bat.
I just like the way they're angled in the air.
And I figured, you know what?
Wouldn't you ride a bullpen car?
I
like
would.
that?
They're popping willies.
We'll put these up
Wheelies.
for sale. and-
Willies.
Wheelies.
Willies. They're popping Willies McGee's. They popping Willis.
Oh, you're touched.
So those are also on sale in the Buy Jack store.
Yeah,
Oh, where
this
do you
is-
get them, Trav?
You can get them at Jack of Buy,
No.
also known in these parts as Buy Jack.
There's a link. We've posted it all over the place. Get your Cardinal shirt. Buy Jack will take great care of it. Deliver it. Set you up for pickup. Whatever you need.
And especially for those in St. Louis, opening day home opener is next week. So you'll have them in time for the home opener.
We've had this design for a little while, but I wanted to debut it whenever the season opens.
And I like the
So-
blue. It goes with the powder blue that the Cardinals will be showing this year. The Cardinals have new powder blue uniforms they'll be wearing on the road on the weekends.
Let's get those fair fouls in, people. We need bagel slice, and we're going to do it at about 9:50. Just a heads up.
I'm very excited about this Cardinal season, mainly because there's a lot of pressure on a lot of people to perform and come through this year because the team has missed 3 consecutive postseasons. That is not the Cardinal way. So, and now you have a manager that's
You get angry about Cardinals. stuff.
I
Yeah,
do.
are you still protesting with the Lime-A-Rita prices?
That was an exaggeration. People keep saying that, Travis, you're angry when the Cardinals don't do something your way. There is no proof or any evidence or any video recording that would suggest that.
Well, you
I've
asked
always
for
been.
Magic Johnson to run the team instead of
think that
John
was-
Mozeliak. And how's Magic doing with the Lakers
I
right
think
now?
that was that's just an
Oh,
anomaly.
you've got LeBron.
That's an anomaly. Simply Magic Johnson, still the Magic Man.
Do
He had
we-
the Magic Hour. That was successful for 4 episodes.
I think we might be able to procure evidence
What?
of
might
the
have
Lime-A-Rita
just-
controversy.
Maybe last March, early March.
Oh, this
We'll
was.
call it a year ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And I don't know if this one is particular to Lime-A-Ritas.
Oh.
It's more alcohol
Oh,
in general.
dear.
But you at one point protested, said you weren't going to any Cardinals games because of the high cost of Lime-A-Ritas.
Oh, dear.
And them not willing to invest the money you put in
that's not-
via Lime-A-Ritas
that's not-
into the
I
roster.
think you guys just took a sentence and ran with
But-
it. No way I said that.
You've had many things to say about the Cardinals. Here's how you were looking at them last year at one point, Travis. Are you ready for this?
Okay, sure. Go
Here you
for
go.
it.
All I'm saying is, what else can you give back to the fans? You've made it very clear that you're not going to do anything personnel-wise. So you made it very clear you're not going to satiate the fans' appetite for contending for a world title because you're not going to go out and spend the money on players that can make your team better. So if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to get the personnel on the field to help this team get to a World Series, then the least you can do is make the fan experience more affordable. So how about considering reducing the prices on beer that you know you've marked up over 300%? Are you fine with them? Padres come to town, worst team in the NL
Hosmer
West.
going ham, 5 for 5.
You in Miles Mikolas, another start where he gives up 6 runs in 5 innings. You're going to be satisfied with that?
Yeah, but if you do the exchange rate in Japan, the ERA would
That's a
would
good
be
point.
lower.
I don't
That's a
care
good
about
point.
the
Make a
product
good
on the
point.
field because you've made it clear you don't care about the product on the field. You can sit up here and tell me about Miles Mikolas. You can sit up here and tell me about these extensions. You can sit up here and justify not signing a guy like Jake Arrieta. My thing at this point, you cannot continue to justify a mediocre product on the field and
this
expect
is
me
a
to pay premium
horrible
prices.
take.
on a
This
damn
guy's
Bud
an
Light.
idiot.
So,
You really went in hard on opening day starter Miles Michaels.
yeah, 110
Who
first
had a
pitch.
better year than Jake Arrieta by a mile?
Could have been a
Literally.
Could, he'd
I
be
think we
Cy
should
Young
probably
contender.
question your baseball analysis.
I would say so. Almost as if you operate purely on emotion and don't think things out.
But that's not the case at all.
No,
that
probably
was just
not.
simply so Miles Michaelis had a Cy Young-esque type of season and went on to have a better year than Jake Arrieta.
Got
and
a
the Cardinals.
contract extension?
An extension that he's going to get paid over $35 million over the next handful of years. So, I
Cardinals acquired Paul Goldschmidt and then got him a contract extension
I
before
did get
he
a
even played
contract
a
extension.
game.
The Cardinals made a very solid trade where they didn't have to give up much, and they got one of the top 5 players in all of baseball, and they got him for essentially the rest of his prime. So, okay, so that was one. So, I look, everyone has one, Denman, okay? At least I'm willing to put myself out there, okay? What are you willing to do, mister? How many games did you honestly watch last season?
I don't think I'm willing to put myself out there as a good enough, Trevor.
Okay.
Just because you say that, just
But ask Chris how many games he watched last year.
What? Don't
ask
deflect.
him. How
We
many,
just heard you just completely lambaste
tell him not to
the Cardinals
deflect?
pitcher. Yes. It's kind of it's ingrained in his DNA. I get it.
So it was a little emotional last year. I'm sorry. We had missed the playoffs back-to-back years. Now we've missed it 3. So you think I'm going to be even kilter now? You think I'm going to be relaxed now? You think I'm just chilling now? No.
12-1 odds for the Cardinals to win the World Series.
correct.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
Added one of the best hitters in baseball.
yeah. I mean,
He's
it could have been 4-1 if you went out and got Bryce Harper.
Yeah, maybe.
That probably would have increased their odds.
Is
Nevertheless,
that where you win ball games? Is in the betting odds, Travis?
you tell me.
No. The answer is no.
Okay. All right.
It's
Weird.
simple. Yeah, you got to score more runs than the other team. It's pretty simple.
But look,
So that's kind of how you were looking at them last year. What you were predicting in a way.
well, now I have a little help from some friends. It's time for me to predict the 2019 St. Louis Cardinals season with a little help of my friends called Clear Crystal Predictions.
Crystal clear.
Crystal
Crystal, as crystal.
clear. Can we get a camera 3 to
crystals
show
bur-
these crystals?
Look at these
Hold on.
crystals. First, we have. I'm gonna make sure we get a close up. Now, first you have quartz.
Chad tight.
You got it.
Quartz.
No, it's known as Chad tight.
All right, and then we have vibranium.
This is not
This is not. That's not vibranium. This is not from Wakanda. This is not a Wakanda. But we do have clear crystal predictions.
crystal clear
Crystal
prediction.
clear. Okay. Predictions.
It's Tibetan tech type.
Oh, Tibet? I haven't been there in years. Good time, spring break 2007. All right, so how this works is that I bite on it when I have a question.
No, you basically. I want you to predict the future.
Okay.
I want you to predict the future for the Cardinals using the crystal's energy to help you make these predictions.
You have questions. I have the answers.
You're Miss
Come
Cleo
in
a
now
way.
for your free reading.
Okay. So my first prediction, I'm rubbing on the quartz.
Do you want me to ask you and then you predict based on my questions, or are you just going to throw them out there?
I want to throw out my own.
We could probably do both.
We
Oh,
can do
please,
both.
please.
So that my-
Do a little jazz
Well,
for
my
us.
little first prediction is that Dexter Fowler, right fielder for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Hold up the black one while you talk about him.
Thank you.
Tibetan tech type.
He will have a Russell Westbrook type of encounter with the St. Louis Cardinal fan at Busch Stadium this year.
What now? Why do you have to? Why are you going to throw away the home? Now you're sounding like the New York Post blogger that accused someone and literally just lied.
I think considering the temperature around Dexter Fowler is at an all-time high as far as for him to be very good this year. Not just good. I think fans really want him to have.
I think if he has an average year, people are going to be okay.
I think
He's
they'll
been very bad.
I don't know. Again, there are still a lot of people who were very upset that the Cardinals didn't make more of an effort, and the Cardinals made an issue in the offseason saying that Dexter was our guy early. So they decided to remove themselves from the Bryce Harper sweepstakes. So they said this guy is going to be the one that we trust and believe in. So he's going to have to come out with he can't have a slow start like he had last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he does, which is very possible, I think the fans will start to really get under his skin. I think he could react, and I think there's the possibility for an altercation. So that's my first prediction.
Can I step on his prediction?
Oh, boy.
I don't like that at all. I think if he has, if I may make a prediction, I think
You
he's
are
not going to be very good.
Got to hold the quartz.
yeah?
Got to hold
The
the
white
quartz.
one?
Got to say it. Mhm.
And now for the real opinion.
There we go.
Tell you what, man, I don't care for him. I don't know what about it. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it.
Why does the crystal make
He
you a
just-
hillbilly?
He
That is so
bothers
rude.
me. He
They're
bothers
magical,
me.
Travis.
He just, I can't say why. He seems like he just doesn't work as hard as the others. Specifically, Tyler O'Neill, Harrison Bader.
Wait, what?
Probably harder than Ozuna. But I can't really say what makes me think that. But when I hold this pure, white, wonderful, stable, hard-working crystal,
There you go.
That probably
Those are the few-
definitely grinded to get into that form.
literally grinded,
High credit report.
I
What?
consider myself a little bit of a gemologist. Is that right?
That is
gemologist.
it. That's right, Earl.
Okay, thank you.
That sounds like a kid you would yell at, Travis. Gemologist.
Gemologist. Where's Maneuver?
I'll whoop gemologist.
There he Maneuver. Get your ass in the house. It's raining outside.
Baseball sucks,
And
bitch.
look, why must you call me that name? That is inappropriate.
That's fun.
Thanks for clearing that up, Gardner.
All right, so that's what's your
no,
prediction?
Mike. As far as Fowler goes, I mean, I think he's going to be not so great, and I think there's some young guys that are going to force the issue. Maybe to him, if he was on another team, he would get the chance. I think Schultz will let the young guys play, and if Fowler outplays them, stays healthy, then that's good for everybody. Cardinals wise, though, I need these. I need the performers to perform, baby. Ozuna, weird off season.
What?
Fowler.
Performers to perform. You're gonna
I'm
let them
saying
slide
I want the
with
best.
that?
I want the best. I want the best outfield possible.
That sounds like hockey. That's when Ken Hitchcock would say, "Our best players have to be our best players."
There we
Yeah,
go.
that's what we're saying here. It's no. Okay, here's a prediction that I need you to. Here you go. Take that.
Okay, all right.
Cardinals over 90 wins. Can you clear that up for me?
I
Talk
have
the
to say,
crystals. Talk to the crystal.
that prediction is cloudy. You said over. I got the Cardinals at 90 wins.
Ooh.
Will that win the division? Division's gonna be tough.
Division's going to be tough. A lot of good teams. The Cincinnati Reds are going to be better this
Pirates
year
and
than
Reds
they were a
didn't
year
get
ago.
didn't get the memo like you're supposed to. Like if you're gonna really tank, you got to tank. The Reds made real moves.
Some serious
the Pirates,
moves.
I mean, they got young guys and Chris Archer. They're not going to just lay down. Brewers are really good. Cubs are going to be really good.
I'm
It's gonna be
not.
tough. I think like 88 wins might win the division.
I like Yasiel Puig, and I liked him in that ballpark, but I don't trust him to be the guy that truly carry the Reds throughout an entire season. But they will be better, and because the division will be better, 90 wins, it will be enough to win the division. I think 90 wins will be enough to win the division. It's going to be close. I think it will come down to a 163 type of situation. That's one of my predictions. Now, my other prediction.
You got more?
Adam Wainwright will not finish this season.
You're kind of a downer.
Yeah, I'm
He'll
just
finish
trying.
on the injured list.
I will just say he will not be pitching for the Cardinals come October.
Is it because the Cardinals won't make the playoffs?
No.
Oh,
Adam Wainwright, I think we're looking at a situation where he's going to get the Chris Carpenter treatment, where he's going to struggle to stay in that fifth spot of the rotation, and the Cardinals are going to come up with we're making him a special advisor to John Mozeliak. Yeah. They're going to do something to that effect. But because he means a lot to this organization. He means a lot to this community, and the Cardinals don't just drop legends.
Drawing a lot of negativity. Out of
This
the
is
Crystals.
early. I have a couple more that are going to kind of turn, but I have to acknowledge the reality of what I think is going to happen this season. And as much as I love Adam Wainwright, especially as a person, I just don't see him giving you a lot this year, and I think he's going to be more of a hindrance than of help to this rotation. And like we said, the Cardinals' pitching depth this year is pretty deep. So to Chris's point that the young guys are going to come in and possibly take over for Dexter Fowler, I believe the young guys will ultimately step up down in Memphis and take over. I think Ponce de Leon will be probably that guy to maneuver into that fifth spot as the season goes into. No, don't maneuver. Go to bed. Don't start.
You don't have to name names if you're not sure about who the fifth guy will be.
Oh, okay. No, I think it'll be
Not John Gant.
possibly, but I think it'll be a young guy. I put my money on Ponce de Leon, but that's
Crystal
where
clear,
I'll go.
clear prediction.
do you got?
Dallas Keuchel signs with someone in the first month. He's still on the free agent list, right?
That's a
Someone's arm will blow out.
No, you're
and He
right.
will receive a 4-year deal.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think you are correct in that prediction. I wouldn't be surprised if he's signed by the end of the weekend.
Somebody's arm's going to fall off.
Yeah, I think at least by the end of the weekend. But I definitely think end of the month is a very fair assessment.
It'll
Absolutely.
be a contender, I think is what you're looking
Yes.
at.
I think I would not be surprised if the team up north,
There's
Toronto
several.
Blue Jays.
our rival up north,
Oh.
Chicago Cubs,
Milwaukee Brewers.
were
Oh.
to make a play for Dallas
Cardinals,
Keuchel.
crystal clear prediction. This is one for you. You're going to be happy with Paul DeYoung's year.
Not happy with Paul DeYoung's politics, but
Did I ask that?
no, I just had to
Rude.
make sure everybody knew. Paul DeYoung will have a breakout year. I completely agree. He will have an all-star year, and I think he's going to have to thank Paul
Are you holding
Goldschmidt.
the
for
crystal
that.
while
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Thank you. It
yeah,
wouldn't
I
be
don't
Paul-
trust you.
Yes, Paul.
Okay.
Paul
I
think
DeYoung.
that's how he
Now I
tweets.
trust you.
Yeah, DeYoung will
Yeah.
absolutely. So DeYoung will,
Oh,
I agree,
God.
have a strong year.
Should have just brought one, damn it.
All right, my other prediction: Mike Schilt will find a lover.
Oh.
Mike Schilt
St.
is
Louis's most eligible bachelor.
he is or the great commish Hall of Famer. Rick Hummel did a story on the Cardinals manager about a week ago, and he actually delved into his personal life. He talked about his personal life. He talked about his previous marriages. He was very, very open about
Didn't
it.
have any
shit-
previous marriage.
Or previous
yeah.
relationships where he was like, well, I thought he said he wasn't married,
Can we
and
get
you said it
him
was a
a-
bad idea, or you just said the relationship was a bad
Can we
idea?
get him a velour?
He was engaged at one
He was
point.
engaged,
Aw.
excuse me.
Can we get
So-
him a velour robe? And
the worst reporter.
can we get him? He's horrible.
Facts? Who needs facts?
Can we get Travis a velour robe?
Uh-huh.
And not Travis, Mike Schilt, a velour robe with some stitching
Mm-hmm.
that says "Welcome to the Schilt Show," and we do a dating style game for St. Louis's most eligible bachelor. Get him a pad downtown, right? He needs a bachelor loft. Get a big light up sign, and it lights
Cardinals
up
are trying to finish
the Schilt Show.
Finish those condos quick. So they can get
They
them in
are,
there.
yeah.
So
Boy,
I-
So wait for
just
Mike
a
Schilt,
line of
are you
divorced
saying,
women standing there.
Are you saying it's time to fly?
Oh, he's going to be letting it fly, if you know what I mean.
Time to fly.
And not only that, I will go an extra step further in my prediction.
Boy.
She will be a young black woman.
No.
Mike Schilt's new lover this
But-
year will be a young black woman.
But how will the fan base, the BFIB, react?
That's when it gets good. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh my God.
But I do believe Mike Schilt will respect that ass. So that's
a
one
young
of my.
black woman.
Yeah, that will be pretty nice. It's gonna be pretty good.
Got a few minutes before we get to fair or foul. Get those in. WAL at weareliveradio.com. Already have some great submissions in. Topic, sliced bagels. I do want to tell you about Gateway Powder Coating. We just put in a little message yesterday to get our custom wall logo in the studio. Gardner loves them. Look at him. Gateway Powder Coating. Fast, durable, affordable. They'll take care of you. It is springtime. The weather's beautiful. You need your patio furniture, your grills, your smokers looking good. Gateway Powder Coating. GatewayPowderCoat.com can help you. Also want to remind you, check out our friends at Mental Health Matters. That, my friends, is the podcast from St. Louis Counseling Services that you can check out online anywhere you get your podcasts. They've had Stacey Static on. They've had Hockman on. Corey Hirsch, former NHL goaltender. They focus. Travis Terrell's been on there. They focus on mental health, breaking down the stigma. St. Louis Counseling Services, here to serve you if you're a business or personal, or if you have personal needs for counseling in the St. Louis area, they can help you. But you can also listen to the podcast online. Gardner, Travis, we got Fair or Foul coming up. Is according to the rundown, do we have anything from our favorite announcer?
We do. I needed to revisit Carte Blanche, though.
Oh,
a moment.
please,
yeah, we
please.
weren't finished with that necessarily.
I feel like this is going to happen every show. Like, I don't know, maybe we should talk a little Carte Blanche. My mistake, sir. What do we got?
I just wanted to thank a couple of people real quick. I mentioned a few.
Danny Mac?
I want the bullpen carts back.
Yes, most certainly. Danny Mac has helped out quite a bit here in the off season. Jim the Cat Hayes continues to be a big supporter. So the folks at Fox Sports Midwest, I'd like to thank them for their support of the Carte Blanche movement. And last home opener, I did have the opportunity to catch up with Bill DeWitt Jr., the chairman and owner of the Cardinals, just to revisit those comments real quick, and then a brief comment after that. When I talked to him about bullpen carts.
You know, I grew up with bullpen carts, so, you know, it was kind of a fun thing to see. Well, before they had bullpen carts, that shows you how long I've been watching baseball. And then they had bullpen carts, and then I think it was sort of a thing where the relievers were conditioned to be able to jog to the mound, you know, to take their position. So there was a little psychology to that. So, you know, we haven't really talked about it. I think part of what Arizona did it for was the whole thing to speed up games. So, you know, we'll see if it's a trend.
Okay. So would the thought be entertained at least if it was brought to you think?
Yeah, I would never rule anything like that out.
That was very genuine in his response. Yeah, let's talk about it.
Now, where do we stand today?
Now, you actually had some communications with senior officials. Okay.
Yeah. I'm down there,
Okay.
buddy.
I wasn't going to say names. I was just going to say.
Well, know how to categorize it, though.
I said senior officials.
What if I didn't want to go that far?
Junior officials?
I don't even know what that would be.
I don't know what that role is either.
Okay.
But you've had communications. Can we say that?
Let's say
at least?
high-ranking officials. Let's say
High-ranking?
A high-ranking official.
Okay.
We'll go with that. How about that? Sound
A
good?
senior administrative official. That sounds a little bit more.
It sounds like a food restaurant.
Okay, fair enough.
Sounds like what you're doing with food restaurants. But they haven't really discussed it at this point. Yeah, they've touched on it. Not sure that the logistics of the ballpark makes sense right now.
Can we say that, and I'm not trying to rain on your parade because I really want this to happen because I think baseball needs more fun things to start attracting younger viewers, a younger audience. Do you think it's a matter of them just thinking it's corny or something they don't think is actually on brand for them? Because I feel like the Cardinals, if they wanted to do anything,
it can make money. The bullpen cart can make
it can
money.
make money. So
I
this is,
find
which is
that
why
to
I'm
be
kind of
on
surprised
brand for them.
Yeah,
that
and all of
is.
a sudden, Chris Gardner's a sales expert when it comes to this thing.
Yep.
He was in there architecting yesterday. Like, he had a 4-year
He
plan.
did have a
I have
It was
ideas.
amazing.
No, and it makes sense. We've talked about how a year ago I ran into a representative from Lyft, and I'm like, how are you guys not in on the bullpen cart move?
Right.
How do you
Yeah.
not get inside of a stadium where you have 40,000 people almost every night, and you have a chance to show them your brand? They're going to need it likely after the game to get to either the parking lot or home. Why aren't you guys? You should have someone in the room with the Cardinals or any other organization in baseball making the case. Like, I don't understand how ride shares are not really putting
and
pressure
that
on
makes
teams
sure
to make that
because
happen.
Lyft 2 was also the official rideshare
Right,
partner
of the Cardinals, right.
last year. And the advertising dollars you could put on the bullpen cart
Yes.
would pay for what I believe is needed, I think, in 1 year, which is a slight renovation of the ballpark.
I love it.
Oh, boy.
I really do.
Just basically where the bullpens are,
Right?
I think you need a double door
Yes.
in a way. You need a wagon gate and a door for the bullpen. You see the door open for the bullpen?
Right.
Where that square is in the outfield, make that a wagon gate as well so that it swings open. It can do either. And do that to each bullpen so that the bullpen cart does not come out of the wagon gate in right field to come pick up the pitcher,
Right.
which is an issue
Right.
logistically.
Yes.
So then the bullpen cart sits in the bullpen for whichever team is on the field that inning. So then after that half inning, the bullpen cart comes out. It rides along the track to the other bullpen, so the advertising is being seen in between each half inning and sits in the other bullpen for a half
There you
inning.
go.
And there you go. And the amount of money you can make off advertising dollars, sending this bullpen cart to kids' birthday parties, if
Yep.
people want to rent it for any events, they can have it. Yeah, it'll pay for the renovations in the first year alone.
Brilliant.
I don't have any sources to confirm that.
There
but
it is.
I
You didn't
assume
even-
that's the
There
case.
it is.
I'm saying it with enough confidence. I'm not yelling it,
Yeah, it's
but
true.
I think I'm saying it with enough confidence
Yeah.
that
You need to
people
coach
would
him on his
believe it.
yelling.
No, he's done well. He's done well. Gardner's argument makes a ton of sense. I'm not saying that you're going to start getting a ton more viewers watching baseball on TV because you have a cart coming out of the
I
bullpen,
don't know.
but I think
it
it's
starts
something-
there, and then it turns into ping pong
It's
in between
trickle-down
innings.
economics, which always work, Travis.
Oh, what?
It trickles down.
Oh no!
And everyone
no,
else.
No,
gets,
you had
it
the argument
always
made.
works.
You had the argument made.
Oh,
Walk
yeah.
away, man. Walk away. Now to your
It's inspiring. It
There
inspires.
we
It
go. There we
inspires.
go. No, yes, I would love to see that. There are a lot of things I would like to see change about the game to make it a little bit more interesting, especially on television. But you see other sports, whether it's the NFL with the celebrations, basketball with the jerseys and the shoes, like you're going to have to evolve with the audience. And I know Major League Baseball is very traditional, but look, if you're trying to get people to come to games more, watch it more on TV, these are the subtle, silly changes that you're going to have to do to make it work. And I know the old heads, the OGs of the game will roll their eyes, but trust me, as you just pointed out, more money then flows back into the sport. More eyes start looking at your sport, and I think that's ultimately a good thing. So I'm really all in on
No,
carte
we
blanche.
don't need the social media Twitter beefs.
Look, we
that
do.
We have from
We
the
do.
NBA.
You need that beef. I
you
need
don't.
Mike Trout
You
to
don't.
start
You
a
don't
fight
want-
with Tammy Laren
You don't
this
want
summer
Twitter,
to
you-
get some eyes on the sport.
You don't want Twitter beefs turning into knuckle sandwiches and high buzzing fastballs at people's chins. That's where it gets weird.
That's my other prediction.
Baseball players can be quite sensitive.
They can.
Yeah.
And I
Got to
think
remember, they go straight from high school into their profession. They don't have that social fix their make them into normal people time.
I truly believe that this will be the year.
I like that phrase, though. I'm
It's
going to use
true.
that. Normal people time.
Normal
They
I
don't
like
have-
that.
If you meet a professional baseball player with social skills under the age of 30, you've found a gem, sir. They are not normal, and they are very weird.
Why do you hate John Breppia?
He's awesome.
He is very
But
awesome.
weirdness could also be a great.
That's a
That
great
is
thing.
very true.
And Breppy is a strong case.
But I
for that.
think this year will be the first time this year where there will be a beanball incident and someone will charge the mound with a weapon. And I don't mean bat. Someone will bring a shank
Okay.
and or
All
a
right.
9,
Gardner-
and they will
You
go
holding the
after.
crystal while doing
If you,
this?
please put the crystal down, sir.
Yes, I am correct.
Oh,
It will
okay.
absolutely happen.
Wow.
So someone will likely shank someone during a baseball fight.
Are they
going to
get hit and then like a little blood trickles down their
Yeah.
face and
Yeah.
they're just going
Taste
to
it.
look up,
Yes.
taste it, and
Yes.
go, I choose violence.
Yeah, he gets it. He understands
And
it.
then go after the pitcher.
Yes, you get it now.
All right. Do you want to do any clips, or do we want to jump into fair or foul?
We should probably just do the fair foul.
Let's do some fair or foul. We asked you about sliced bagels. It took over the world yesterday. St. Louis, we stood strong, like Jon Snow in the Battle of the Bastards. Shout out to Tony X. Let's do some fair or foul, Travis. What do you say?
It's time for the people's
Boy, I didn't have to scream.
fair or foul.
At this defining moment, change has come to America.
Obama's back.
Often ask me, what's fair or foul?
Yes.
Is it a
To this
segment?
day, I've never seen
Is
that.
it a
That has
movement?
absolutely happened.
Is
That
it
homeless
hope?
guy right outside
I
the
can't
highway
say for
just did.
certain. Time will be a true test
Can you
of
spur
its
some
power.
fair or foul,
But I can
sir?
say,
Like, I
fair
sure
or
can.
foul is now
Tune in
and
today.
forever for the people.
The email
Gather
works.
around the radio with your loved ones
We're
and
a
hold
real
on to your
company.
butts.
What's your Wi-Fi
It's now time
password?
for
All right,
fair
homeless man, you're asking a lot.
or foul.
It's the segment Fredberg calls. What was today's topic?
Bagel slices.
Okay.
If If a bagel isn't really a bagel, does it matter how it's sliced? Because, and I want to make myself perfectly clear here, those things the bread companies sell are not bagels. They're hamburger buns with holes poked in them. Slice them how you like. Eat them how you like. Just don't call them bagels. And don't give me this bullshit about bread slicing a bagel. Let you eat more cream cheese. Do you not understand the bread company's cream cheese package contains a finite amount of cream cheese?
That's also true.
Slicing a pastry a different way does not make the little tub grow. What's wrong with you people? Some Yale Hollander,
Yep.
Esquire.
I knew Yale was going to come strong with something.
He didn't
like
even
that.
plug
He
anything.
didn't, he wouldn't even try. He wouldn't even. He was getting right to the point.
He is angry.
He was angry about this.
Speaking of plugs, Free Comedy Thursday tonight, Southtown Pub. Be sure to be there.
Southtown Pub, smoke, ribs, comedy, and hot women.
Fair. We are a trend-setting city. T-Rabs, ice cream cones, cop shootings, murders, just like STDs have taken off. I suspect bread-sliced bagels will catch on like wildfire. Cankles.
An actual wildfire, like we set tires on fire here in the city too. So we do that very well.
Fair. We have a weird little pizza crackers where they're cut into squares and use some not quite cheese. Emo sucks. We
Who
take
said
what
this?
should be a sort of healthy meal of ravioli and bread it and fry it. We make an almost cake with no frosting. What the F is a St. Paul sandwich anyway? And no one else in the world eats a park steak. Everyone else chops that mess up and adds it to hot dogs with the rest of the useless parts like the snout and feet. Why not take a bagel that is normally just fine, cut in half, and slice it in some odd way because your ass is too cheap to buy a bagel for everyone? We found it. Just kidding. All these things are delicious, and the bagel slices make sense, so you get toppings in every slice, except Emo's. Emo's really does suck. Triangle assassin.
Oh, triangle assassin. You were.
Foul. Bread cut bangles are a crummy thing to be known for. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm so sorry. It's the black sheep. Foul. The fact that the entire city got dragged into a fight didn't start because of one guy's bagel sampling preference is ridiculous. That said, it's always a positive when St. Louis is turning on Twitter, and it's not for crime, racial unrest, or STD statistics. Some of the STL-style food responses were pretty funny. A couple even made me react, like Travis trying to compare the Midwestern and Rihanna get all choked up. The JBL Jackal. That'll do it for Fair Foul today, guys. Who's getting $10 to Buzz's Hawaiian Grill? And big thanks to Tech Electronics. Look at this beautiful studio. Gardner, what do you got?
I'm going to give it to Yale. I feel
Travis Terrell.
I felt the energy from his email.
I completely concur with you, my friend. Yale
Nothing
Hollander
like
brought
the
the
scorn of a Jewish man.
No, don't talk about his
taking
bagels.
your bagels
Don't talk about
down.
his city's bagels.
Yale
man.
Hollander wins $10 to
Don't talk about
Buzz's
his
Hawaiian
city's
Grill.
bagel, man.
You can
Don't
see
do
Buzz
it.
tomorrow. We're going to do some target practice. He's going to stop by for that too. Guys, thank you guys so much.
Wait,
Look
before
out
we
for
go,
a big
before we get
project
out of here,
from
man, we have-
Tani Sushi Bistro. Thanks to Kransberg Arts Foundation. And Travis, what'd you have, buddy?
Oh, we had a melee.
Oh, I apologize.
you have
What
the
are the results?
I do have the results.
What's going on here? He made the mail. Okay, got it. Okay.
Would you rather see a ghost or be ghosted by someone you like?
It's a good question.
64% said they would rather see a ghost than be ghosted. 64 to 36%.
So you'd rather not have. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go with
No, that makes
but yeah,
sense.
that's good.
Yeah, look, there you go. Some of you do actually have feelings.
Great
Good for
job.
you.
Good poll, Trav.
Hey, that was what I'm here for. I like polls.
Great show today, everybody. Tomorrow, look forward to Todd Glass. He'll be at Helium Comedy Club, and lots of other fun stuff happening on the show, everybody. Travis Terrell, great job today. Chris Gardner. If you haven't yet, subscribe on iTunes. Give us a 5-star review. We love those. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're back tomorrow, 8 a.m. live.
Peace.